Alright. Alright. So, what Steve just did is get everything set up so now we are streaming everything. All of our meetings will be streamed. And then later archived on Justin.tv, that BUDF. Yeah.
Club, yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Also, we talked last week about getting shirts, and you, right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel? Yeah, Daniel put a logo up. Did everybody get to see that? No. Has anybody joined the Digital Forensics Club on Facebook? You guys know about that? There's a Digital Forensics Club group on Facebook. We'll bring it up. So you can on Facebook just search Digital Forensics Club, Bloomsburg Digital Forensics Club, and you can join the group, and you'll see all this stuff, which is really helpful. And you can also ask questions on it, and there's a great group of people who answer the questions, and it's kind of an open forum for whatever you want to do and ask questions about. Post articles related to digital forensics. That's pretty much the main thing that we have it for. I'll show you right here. Yeah. So yeah, Bloomsburg Digital Forensics Club. Join that on Facebook. And then down here, yeah. Can you blow that up? All right, yeah. So here's what Daniel made as a logo for. Yeah.
You could be a little bit louder.
Okay. So what Daniel made was this logo for our shirts. If we can, let's have some more people. Is anybody else interested in like graphic design who could make like a logo or something? Because if not, we're going with this because this is really awesome. Daniel did a good job.
Nice.
Does everybody else like it? Yes? Good. Everybody likes it. Fantastic.
Do you not like it?
I like it. Yeah, I do. I even liked it, you can see. I literally liked it.
What? So you don't like it anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, so if you like it, please express your liking of the logo, because we may be going with this as a shirt logo. Okay?
If anybody want to come up with something so he wants to, you can either bring it into the next meeting, join the Facebook club, post something about it. Daniel did, but probably in the next few weeks or so, we're going to want to figure out and finalize what we want. So if anybody's got any other ideas, anything, post it up, get it to us to look at. That way, in the next couple of weeks, we can make a final decision and see who actually wants it. Sure. Do you have any idea what type of cost we're talking about for these right now, or any of that? Or?
Yet to be determined cost? Not sure, but probably like 15, I don't know. Does anybody know how much they cost before? 10? So maybe $10. So yeah. So is everybody still interested in shirts? Is that an interest? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Question?
Do you have to use Photoshop, or can you just like draw it and scan it?
No, you can, yeah, draw it and scan it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Anything you can do with it, you can, won't take anything. Just looking for something to kind of run against this. That way we're not, what?
Just to have a consensus.
Yeah, just to have a consensus.
Hey, can we go to the Justin.tv website on the screen so that it goes recursively?
No, we can't. Well, I guess we could.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. You would really like to see the.
Can people like watching the stream here?
Could you watch it here? Yeah.
Like, do you get audio?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a video camera set up right here. Wow. We have 34 views already.
BUDF club.
Wow. Excellent. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cell phone guy. Jack. James? Jack and James. Okay.
Yes, it was.
There's hacks. I can't help that.
Yeah. So there we are watching. Okay. So can we get rid of that? All right. Excellent. Sorry, everybody. I know you wanted to watch that.
I wanted like their own it's on the screen. It's like on the screen. Yeah, of course.
And then I need to get forensics tools.
Yeah, thank you.
Is he a doctor? Dr. Winter?
Yeah.
He is? He's like. Did you read on the thing how like, he talks so like for the descriptions, like if you when you click on his picture, it comes on the description, you can't do that. You have to, it's like really specific. It's like you have to maybe come from something. Oh, you have to like source it or something weird. Yeah. And then I sent an email about it. I'm like, what does this mean? The way you said that, I was totally going to do that. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, maybe that's why it's so easy.
Okay. All right. So everybody, we're going to be working with Nmap. It's a network scanner. So it's kind of like the beginning of our talk about penetration testing. So this is a program that we're going to be working with right now. In our lab in McCormick, we have some computers with virtual machines set up that we'll be scanning specifically. So everybody go to nmap.org and then download. And then somewhere down there you'll see Nmap 6.4 Win32 zip. And then just download that. You can save it, doesn't matter. Save it to the D drive. I'm going to make a new folder just called Digital Forensics Club. Yeah, save Nmap Win32.zip into your I guess it's your E drive actually. Everybody has an E drive, right? The data drive? That's where it's gonna go.
Okay. 6.40. No.
Does anyone need help?
Do you have any idea why, Brandon? Do you have any idea why I wouldn't be able to paste into the T drive?
Oh, Kyle probably didn't set that up because this is the new lab. Maybe he didn't set up.
Because that's why we have to download it. That's really frustrating.
Oh, it doesn't even copy over.
No.
What? Like, are you kidding me? What are you talking about? 3 days to say?
Yeah, I'll probably have to ask Kyle about that.
That's really frustrating. Is everybody's taking 9 minutes somewhere around there?
Mine's already downloaded. We slash.in their website.
Okay.
Where should we save it?
Which is to say, next time we should download it once and then spread it over the university's fast network so that their website doesn't like slow to a crawl.
Do you have access to the T drive that you can copy it on?
Yeah, because that's
That's what he's trying to do.
that's what I was trying to do, and it was not copying. Can you copy it to the T drive?
It should be, I think you just made a folder on the T drive.
Yeah.
Forensics Club, so just copy it into there.
On T drive.
Inside DFC,
Yes, copy it to there.
somebody already put a copy in there.
Okay.
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 Somebody put an executable in there. Let's put it that way.
An executable.
So we don't even need this.
Whether or
Is
not
it just what's it called? Nmap.exe.
No, Nmap tag 6.40 tag setup warnings. So I believe
We want the zip. We want the zip file.
I am going to paste the zip file right now.
I already posted it.
Did you click the latest command line zip file? Yeah. This is good.
Should we just put it on the base?
Okay, so you might want to copy it to like a USB pass.
See, I don't even have. Do you have?
It's in the T. It's on the T drive.
Is it on the T drive?
Yeah.
I put the zip file into BFC on the T drive and then
Okay.
unzipped it, so it is there. You can all grab a copy.
Okay. Everybody grab that folder that he just. It should be nmap.6.40.
Don't move it,
Yeah.
cut and paste it.
Copy and paste it to the data drive. Yeah. So this shouldn't have happened. I'm not really sure why it did.
So just put it in the data drive.
Does everyone know what to do?
Put it in the data drive. That's all we have to do. No, I just have to do them. The only thing I have.
You guys all have it on. You guys all have it on. It's on the data drive. Yep. Everybody here? Second row. Data drive. Is it all on the data drive? You guys have Nmap on the data drive? Okay. You guys are good? Alright. Does everybody have Nmap on the data drive? Who doesn't have it? Raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Good. Everybody has it. Yes? So you should have something that looks.
Does anyone need help? Does everyone have it?
So does everybody have a folder that looks something like that? Right here. Yes. Everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the back? You guys? You guys all have it? Okay. So within it, if you open it, do you have Nmap-6.40? Yes? Okay. And then you have this kind of structure.
Yeah.
Everybody has that.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, now we can start. Okay, so just basic Nmap commands is what we're going to be learning here. You have a question?
Oh no.
Okay, good. No question. All right. So, just a quick little intro. What is Nmap? It's a network scanner. Linux guy. Hey, Josh, next to the Linux guy. Yes. Do you have a question? Oh, okay. Just starting. That's all. Yeah. Okay, so Nmap is a network scanner. It scans ports. It scans protocols. You can find out things like OS versions, sometimes what kind of vulnerabilities are on a computer. It's very helpful for us. Also, it's important for penetration testing because this is our information gathering stage. We have to get information about a network, a system, before we can actually get the vulnerabilities for it and exploit those vulnerabilities and eventually get control of a machine. That's our end goal when we're doing penetration testing, is to get control of the machine. First thing we got to do, though, is gather information. So we got to do things like figure out what kind of operating system it's running, figure out what ports are open and closed, figure out what is on those ports, what kind of services. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to be doing here. Okay. So, go to your command line, CMD, just type that. Right click, and let's just make sure we're running as administrator. Okay. So for me, it's going to be on my flash drive, but for you guys, it's in your data drive. So you guys will go to E:, so you'll go E:, and then you'll change the directory to, did you put it in DFC, a folder called DFC? If it's in there. and then Nmap. Okay. So everybody should have this right here, Nmap 64.132. Are you there? No?
Help
Are you?
to their directory. There's no one.
With your CD and then double dot.
Yeah, Justin.
Double dots.
Invalid? Where did you save your the Nmap? It's in your data drive? Just in the root of the data drive? Did you do N and then type N and then tab? Oh, extract it.
We should extract the whole thing.
Yeah, you should. Does everybody have this folder extracted? You have to have this extracted before you can go into it. Yeah. The thing is that I was supposed to have this
All you do
on
is
the
type
drive,
N.
if I can't get access to the T drive, from there we download it. So it's okay, well, so we download it. As soon as we download it, everybody gets stuff. Just got it back, it's helpful had it done. So now my location is different than their location, so I can't show them their location because my location is different. Okay, how's everybody looking? 1 second. What? Starting the service? Nmap? We haven't started it yet. Is everybody here on the screen? Does everybody see on their command prompt this right here? Nmap 64.132. Yes? What's going on? Yeah. He's a change directory Nmap. There you go. If you're having trouble, make sure you enter the change directory command cd change directory. Type N tab. What? L tree. Yeah. No L tree. There's no L tree. What? Oh. Okay. For those of you who are there, change directory into the next folder, nmap-6.40. Yeah. You're there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. DIR. This is the directory that we're trying to get to. That's where we'll run. Stay right there. Do not move anywhere. Once you get there, if you just run a dir, you should get something that looks like this. If you run the command dir, everybody should get this command right here. Does everybody see something like this when they run dir?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, excellent. Alright. So, from here, is everybody good? Besides Brandon in the back. 1 second. Okay. Anybody else? Can I get a thumbs up from all the happy people? Please. Yes. That is what I'm talking about. All right. Sorry for the immediate confusion. That shouldn't have happened. I didn't have access to the T drive for some reason. That caused this kind of downhill spiral, which is awesome. So, now that we're here, hopefully we're back on track. Okay. So, we're going to run the most basic Nmap scan that we could possibly run. We're just typing in Nmap, N-M-A-T.
Do you want to use the magnifier?
Can you guys see? Can you guys read what I'm doing?
I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit.
Did you see it change the resolution? What?
Oh, I thought you were just going to use the magnifier for at the top.
The magnifier at the top.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, just go into programs,
Oh. And then do.
accessories. And then just do the magnifier.
Yeah.
Just have the magnifier. So that way you can actually like see.
Right. Okay. Nmap. That's all we've typed so far. Nmap. Really, really awesome stuff right here. Next thing we're going to do is type a string of numbers. This is an IP address. Does everybody know what an IP address is? Alright, awesome. 148.137.133.101. Press enter. Whoa. What just happened? Didn't work. I'll tell you why it didn't work. Please go back. This is awesome. All right, go back to your D drive, E drive, to the actual folder Nmap 640. Run winpcap. Yours worked? Some people's might actually work because winpcap is installed. Yeah, you have to install winpcap. It's in the Nmap folder. Everybody needs to run that. If it's not working for you, that's the problem.
Does anyone need help?
Yeah? Good? Rerun it after that. And this time it'll work. Yes. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
No.
Yes? Good? So this is just the most basic Nmap scan that you could possibly run. Just Nmap, and you put in an IP address. It will print out for you ports that are open, the state of that port. You can have a couple different states, filtered, open, or closed, and then the service running on that port. So that's kind of important information, right? That seems really important. Hey, on port 21, there's an open FTP service. Why is this important to us? This is important because once we find the services running on a certain port, it eventually will figure out the versions of those services. We can then look for exploits. There's this thing called the exploit database, and we can find exploits based on these versions of these services and find a vulnerability, exploit the vulnerability, and get control of the computer. So that's why this is important for us. Speak louder. Who's having trouble hearing me? Raise your hand. Yes? Everybody's having trouble hearing me. Good. Okay. So, next thing we can do, now can you imagine how painful it would be if we had to run this command for every single IP address? Right? There's a tons of IP addresses on a network, right? So, what we can do, if you just push the up key, you can actually get the command that you just ran right back. Does everybody just push the up key? Did you guys see that piece of magic? It's pretty awesome, right? Yes. So now all we're going to type is dash. Actually, before you do that, make this 100. So it's 133.100 dash 106. So what we're going to be scanning here is a small piece of the network. IP addresses 100 through 106. Press enter. Do we have a 107? I don't think we do.
So people who know my machines are having issues because they're just kind of
They should. Are they connected
it's
to
just Josh.
Josh? It's not working for Josh.
He's like getting all tiny and stuff.
Can he ping anything? See if you can ping. Josh, ping. Try pinging 148.137.133.100. Can you ping it? The P, type PING. Did everybody get that printout?
You can ping it.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to. So, if we look, what we just learned here is there's a bunch of different computers with open ports and open services. See, we can see all of this. Some of them don't have a whole lot going on, like this one just has one open port with ISS Real Secure on it. So that's interesting to know, because now we know ports that we can get in through.
Could you repeat what command you use to scan for all kinds of things?
For that was for all ranges.
Yes, how did you do that?
It's right here on the. Do you see this on the PowerPoint? It's Nmap 148.137.133.101-106.
If there's any confusion, it's very simple. It just means it's scanning the IP addresses between 101 and 106 on the end there.
Yeah. So that would
change depending on what you're doing.
that range will work for anything. So you could do 192.168.171.1 through 254, and it would scan that range. You can do 148.
I didn't even use those.
100 or 1 through 254.1 through 254.1 through 254, and you could get a range like that too. That'd be a giant range, by the way. I wouldn't recommend scanning that; it'll take forever. Any questions? Questions? Anybody? Problems? Okay. Moving on. So you can also scan using an IP list. So what I want everybody to do is open up. Could I close that out? Open up Notepad. And we're just going to type some IPs in there. So type 148.137.133.100. And then, because this range is pretty simple, just copy that entire range, or that entire IP address, paste it and change it to 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, and 106. Okay? Now we're going to save that. I want you to save this in your data drive, in that folder. So DSC, and then go to Nmap, click the next Nmap folder, and then find that folder with all the stuff in it. You should find this folder right here with all this stuff in it. Save that list into that folder, into the Nmap 64. So you should have a path that looks like that. I can't really see that well. That's awesome.
Where's this going again?
Into the Nmap folder. So find the folder. It's on your E drive, right? DFC. Or if you didn't put it into Digital Forensics Club, just find the Nmap folder. Yeah, 6.4. Yeah, and then inside there is another folder, right? 6.4. And then inside that is a bunch of files, right?
I don't get a bunch of files.
Just three folders.
What?
Three folders. It's only the text document file.
Right. Right. But that's, yeah, exactly. That's true. Just save it as IP list, iplist.txt, and save it. And then you can close that out. And then back to the command line. Okay. Was everybody successful with that? Everybody saved that file into the directory? Okay. Next thing we're going to run is Nmap -I, capital L, that's really important, lowercase I, capital L, and then you're just going to call it iplist.txt. That's the file we just made, iplist.txt, and then press enter. And if we're lucky, it's going to work really, really awesome. If we're not, it's not going to work. It worked for me. Did it work for everybody else?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely fantastic. We're really taking off now. Yeah, IP list. Yeah, if you didn't call it IP list, but you called it something else, that's where you want to find it. So you should get this printout right here. Another basic printout of what we did. The only difference is that we got this from an IP list rather than actually typing them in ourselves. So you can imagine where this would be really, really useful if you had a large amount of IPs and you can just put them all in a text file, or if a network administrator had given you a text file with the IP addresses for his network and you need to scan that. It's really nice to have that feature. Okay, so now we're going to get into the fun stuff. Aggressive scanning. We can aggressively scan with Nmap. That's really cool. Why is that really cool? Because we find out a whole lot of information about these systems. So type Nmap -A, capital A, make sure it's a capital, and then we're going to refer back to that list. iplist.txt, and then press enter. Watch the magic happen. Oh, good. That's good. Does everybody else get that error? That's awesome.
No, I just got nothing.
You didn't get anything?
No, it's still,
I guess it's still.
still running.
Why did that happen? Version did not fail to initialize the script engine. Does that work for anybody?
So yeah, it's still,
It's still going.
still thinking.
Can you press enter on your? Does it give you a time?
It's yeah, the stats 95% done.
Okay, let's see what happens in a couple seconds.
It's in 2 seconds of waiting.
Did it work? You did? Yes, question in the back. What? It's not working. Did you get this error right here, quitting?
Yeah.
Who got quitting errors? Only 3 people? 4 or 5?
How many people got quitting errors?
This is the big
Has anybody not get any errors when they tried to run this? No errors?
Mine just.
Yeah.
Yours worked, Chris? Yours worked?
It went from
It's still
2
going?
seconds remaining to 4 seconds remaining. That's good.
C function. So for those of you that it did work for, you should see like an OS fingerprint. You see where it says something about the operating system, what operating system you can get? Good. Yes. Awesome. So everybody sees the operating system.
Too many fingerprints. What's just going on?
Oh yeah, the last.
Okay, so due to some restrictions on that computer, it didn't work. In real life, I promise it does work though. If that means anything. It does really, really work. So we'll go on to the next command. Nmap. Spelled Nmap wrong. That's good. Nmap -sp -il IP list.txt. This is a ping only scan.
Why can't I take you through?
Okay, good. So what this basically shows, this is just a really quick scan that it runs to see if the host is up. What does that mean? It means, is this computer on or is it off? That doesn't always necessarily, if you don't get a return here, that doesn't necessarily mean the computer was off. It could be that it just is blocking ICMP protocol. So that could be going on. But
I don't even know what just happened.
what is cool to look at is the names of these machines. So when you're scanning, you can find the names of the machines. That's pretty cool. Hack machine 3. Sounds like a computer to hack. Hack me think center. Yeah, I'm gonna hack that one. So yeah, that was a ping only scan. Does everybody know what a ping is when you ping something? No? Okay, so when you ping something, you're basically just it goes by a protocol called ICMP, stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. It's basically just a couple of packets. Windows sends 4 packets usually. It sends 4 packets to a computer, another network destination, and if it reaches the computer that it reached will send back 4 packets saying, "Hey, I actually am here. You can see me." It's a good way of testing things on a network to see if you have good network connectivity. That's why that's important. So that's what we just did. Basically, this Nmap program sent a bunch of pings to these computers, and they returned back saying, "Hey, I'm here." That's basically what happened. Yeah.
I'm having a problem. Like, anytime I press a key, all this stuff goes. Like, any key.
Yep.
What would you like to recommend? Okay, so try running the one that we just did. It's sp-il, and then iplist.txt. So the good news, though, is you can actually try these commands do work. I do promise. It's the computer, the way they're set up, we're having some trouble. But in practice, when you actually try these on your own computer, they will work. You won't have the restrictions of the administrator privileges and stuff like that. So it's a good thing that we have this on video. Yeah, video. Okay. So next command. This is for so in the event that you were not able to get to see if your hosts were up, one possibility is that the ICMP protocol is being blocked. So what you can do is run nmap -ps -il iplist.txt and enter. By the way, -il is the command for getting the list. That's what that's doing. So what we found is that these hosts are up once again. Just another way of discovering whether or not a host is up or down. Next command, nmap --traceroute -il iplist.txt. Press enter. So traceroute. Who knows what traceroute is? You know what traceroute is? Landon, what's traceroute? Yeah, so what Landon said is that what this command is doing is it's sending some packets out to a computer or a network location, and then what it's going to show back is how many access points it went through to get there. So what you can see is, so to get to Hackney Think Center, it was 5 hops away. Now this computer is physically located in McCormick. So what this means is that this had to go through 4 different access points to reach that computer in McCormick. And then it sent it back saying, hey, this is how long it took to get there. Yes. Next thing we can do, nmap -sl -il iplist.txt. Enter. This just gives us a return of the names, the DNS names of each computer. So what we can see in McCormick, these computers, you have bt.doin, this name Hackney machine, or Hack Machine 3, Hackney MHS 3234. So what's valuable about this information that we found is that not only do we, what you can usually find about this is information about A, what the computer does, B, location of the computer. So which computer is located in 3234? Anybody have a guess? It's really, really tough. Yes, everybody, the third one. That's the one. You got it. Yes, this one right here. So you can get location and some ideas as to what these computers are actually doing. Like Hack Machine. I bet that's a machine for hacking. Yeah, it is. Trust me, I built it. I didn't build it, but I had people build it, so that's kind of the same. So, yeah.
Andy's got people building it stuff too. Power's gone to his head.
The power's gone to my head. Not after this meeting. Alright, so next thing we can do is perform a little bit quicker of a port scan. So Nmap scans the first, the most commonly used ports, and that's 1,000 ports that it scans. So what this command does is shorten it to 100, so the top 100 ports are being scanned. Nmap -f -il iplist.txt. So this is just going to scan the most basic, or the most common 100 ports per list. And packet fragmentation. That's interesting. Another useful feature, if you want to see how long it's going to take, if you just press enter, you can see how long it's taken, and then the percentage of the way it's gone, and then how many more minutes it has. 2 minutes. So, 2 more minutes. Anybody got a good joke or something? But for the conservation of time, we can end this. Just push Control-C. That was just going to give us basically information that we've already gotten. It's just another way of showing it. We can also scan by port name. So Nmap -p http -i L IP list.txt. So we're searching by the HTTP protocol. So we're going to find all the ports on this list that have HTTP. Yeah, alright, so this prints out ports, the open ports on these computers that are HTTP ports. So as you can see, the majority of them, in fact, all of them have port 80 and port 8008 open. So that's really important if we want to find a certain type of vulnerability. We want to know if we want to go in through an HTTP port. So that's really helpful to see if it's up or down or not. Next thing we can do, run nmap -p 25 53 80 -200 -iliplist.txt. So what we just did there is we're scanning these actual ports. So port 25, port 53, port 80 through 200. We can specify which ports we actually want to scan, and then it'll give us our results. So the point being is that we're not limited to just scanning the 1,000 ports that Nmap will give us. We can specify which ones we want and which ones we don't want. I suspect that this is not going to work because it's going to go off of a script, and we had a problem with that last time. But Nmap also does do OS detection, which is really, really awesome. That's probably the best part of Nmap. What? No, you don't. So Nmap -o, capital O that is, -il iplist.txt. I bet mine's not going to work, but just kidding, everybody, it might work. It's awesome. Mine says 1 second remaining. Yes, I was just joking though. Oh yes, that's awesome. That's really exciting. So, if we just let's just look through this a little bit. This is really fun stuff here. This is the meat and bones of Nmap. This is what really is exciting, right here. So, which 133.101. Which OS is this thing running? What's that I'm hearing? Yeah, well, not Slackware. That's close-ish. Actually, I think it's running. Oh, it does say Slackware. It's actually not Slackware, though. I promise. But it is a Linux OS, which is really cool that we can see that. How about this one? What's this one running? Linux, yes. A different version of Linux, though, as you can see. What about this one? What's it running?
This?
Yeah. Well, this is the tricky part about Nmap, that you have to be able to do a little bit of what we can find out later is that we can do a little bit more of aggressive OS scan, because it only narrowed it down between Vista 7 and 2008. So we can get it to where it'll show that that Windows 7 will be first, and that'll be a more aggressive scan. The problem with doing more aggressive scans is that if you're doing penetration testing and the network administrator is monitoring what you're doing, he's going to be able to see a whole lot of network traffic going through these computers, which could alert them of what's going on, and possibly just foil your entire penetration test. And so yeah, Windows 7. This is a fingerprint. This means that it doesn't actually have a really good idea of what OS it's running. What you can do is submit fingerprints to the Nmap database, and they can figure it out. Lastly, we have another one. Which one is this running? If you had to take a guess. XP, right, and it is running XP. So what we can do is do Nmap -o -os scan -guess -il iplist.txt. So this OS scan guess is going to give us a little bit more of a better idea of what it's actually running. You'll see in a second. VP. It's okay. No problem. Yeah, we'll be there soon. This is one of those things where you can be like, hey, Dr. Lister, sorry, but it's okay. So 3 seconds remaining. Does that work? Everybody get that command? Is it working? Good. Warning. Is this port really open? We ran Nmap -o O -os scan -guess, and then we gave it the IP list -il iplist.txt. So this is a much more aggressive, a really aggressive scan. So really nice is that it gives, what is this, 106. It even gives a percentage as to what it thinks. Apparently it thinks it's possibly a DSL modem. Or Windows XP Professional, 88%. So that's nice that it gives you a little bit more of an idea of what it is. Okay. Questions? The last command, and then that's it. Yay. So nmap.exe -sv, capital V, that's a capital V, lowercase s, capital V, -il and then iplist.txt. Run that. This will give us service. Oh, awesome. So it didn't work for me. Maybe it'll work for you if you're lucky. But this will give us version information for those services that we originally saw when we ran the basic Nmap scan. It'll give us service versions for those, which is also really helpful for finding an exploit for that individual service. Did that work for anybody? That last command? Okay. Okay. So that was probably really confusing for everybody, right? That was kind of confusing? Yeah. Sorry that was kind of messy. It wasn't going to be that messy, but it turned out kind of messy. Next time, hopefully it won't be so messy. Yay. Okay. So Nmap, kind of exciting for everyone, yeah? Who's really excited by Nmap and wants to learn more penetration testing? Yes, my 3 friends. That's awesome. Okay. It does get more exciting. We ran into some trouble, but I promise next week will be even better. We'll learn Metasploit. That's really exciting. Or maybe we will do something even cooler.
More exciting.
Okay, that's it. Have a good day, night. That was.
I meant to recap.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for joining us, and hope to see you next week.